I wake up a few minutes ago and I hear, as I awake, I hear the Holy Spirit speak something in my spirit. Jacob and his brother, the famine, the 7 years famine wasn't 7-year famine in the land, but in Jacob's family's lives. The 7-year famine was 7-year famine in the lives of the brothers and his father. In their life, their situational places, systematical situational places, was 7-year famine. It was not in the whole of the land. Well, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. So, I don't know. But God said 7-year famine was not 7-year famine in the country, but in the lives of the people, Jacob's brothers. And Jacob used that to his advantage to bring the brothers in closer to him, having them believing that he wanted to help them, but at the same time he was taking advantage of them. This is not just about them, but it's about spirituality. It's more about what the devil was working in their lives, trying to bring them down. And he uses those situational places in their lives to draw them in, because they were going through the situational famine in their lives. But these situational famines weren't brought on to them by God, but they were brought on to them by the devil, trying to wean them in to him, to bring them down and have control over them. So the devil uses, I should say, the Pharaoh. It's the same thing, because the Pharaoh is not of God. They're of the devil, working with the devil. So they uses that the Pharaohs uses those situational places. They cause the famine in their lives. There's a lot of people are trying to avoid speaking about witchcraft. Witchcraft is very, 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 very potent in the land. People uses a lot of witchcraft, science, sorcery, all these things to bring people down all the time, But in one aspect, God uses those situations and situational places in your lives to work on you, to bring you closer to God, because when you're in these situational places, famine places in your life, God is there working on you at the same time, because these are things that you need to overcome in your life. Systematical situational places as you are walking in the earth, because the earth is all about systematical situational. And as you are walking through these systematical situational places, going through the rugged terrains of life, God is there working on you, trying to pull you out close and more closer to God, and if you are not aware of these things, you will run closer, push closer to the devil, because this is normal for people when they are going through these situational places in their lives to want to um to to, to, to catch on back to where they belong. You want to go back to your comfort zone, you know. And God is pulling you using these systems to pull you out of your comfort zone, you know, because God wants to bring you onto a more blessed promised land, but God needed to pull you out. So, in other words, it's not such a bad place to be, because in one way God is using these places in your life to bring you closer to God. In one way, the devil is using these places in your life to draw you closer to the devil. So it is going both ways. What you have to do in these areas in your life, when you're in these areas in your life, this is systematical, situational places, it is where you have to now find your balance. Balance your emotions. Get grounded. Temper your, get grounded. Surrender to the Spirit of God. And release a lot of things. And just balance up yourself. Once you balance, it is not easy for the devil to conquer you here when you're in the place of balance. Because when you're in the place of balance, you are relaxed. You're taking it easy. You're surrendering. So you're letting go. You know, you don't run after anything. You know, you're not anxious for anything. You learn to accept what is. You learn to accept what you're going through and find peace with it. Because if you don't do that, you will not conquer these places in your life. These systematical places in your life, without balance and surrendering to the Spirit of God in you, and allow the Spirit, the energies to take you places, to get you through it. You won't come out on the good side. You will fall back. You don't want to go back to that comfort zone, that place where you're coming from. You want to get out onto a more greener pastures. So the 7-year famine in the life of Jacob's brothers wasn't a literal famine, or even if it's it is literal actually. It is literal, but it's both literal and spiritual, because it is where God is working on you. It is not. You don't look at it from a negative standpoint. You see the positive side of it, and that will help you to rise above what you're going through. It will help you to understand, to gain understanding from what you are going through. I have to make another video on this. You know, but these places in your life, it's not really, when you're losing things, everything around you has been torn apart. It's not that you do anything wrong for these things to be happening. It's that God is working on you. As the devil is working on you, God is also working on you. It's like you're in a cycle. This cycle going around. You know, it's like a never-ending cycle. But God is working on you as the devil is working on you. You have to balance. Because only when you find the balance within and get grounded, connected, then you can pull through it.